What's going on, guys? Good Friday night to you. We made it to another one, and I'm so glad we did. We've had a really fun week. We started off with just kind of a casual thing. We got into some AD&D, where the AD&D stood for Accidental Death and Dismemberment. And Wednesday night, we had Kyle in the house. And, of course, last night, we had a great guest panel with Heidi Gygax Garland and Eric Garland and Jason Panett. We're all here. That was a lot of fun. The 80s guy, hello. Good to see you. I'm doing all right, 80s guy. I can't complain. I could, but who'd listen, right? And we have got a real humdinger for you tonight, folks. I hope you are ready to watch us play some classic Gamma World. Same rules apply here as on the Tuesday night live stream, guys, where we get together to play AD&D. We get together to play some Gamma World. So if you have any comments, questions, anything you want to know about Gamma World, throw a question up in the chat. Just don't throw up in the chat, please. It's very difficult to clean that area up. But anyway, do that. And if I don't answer, somebody in the audience might catch it for you. But anyway, I'm glad you're here. The 80s guy would as well. I appreciate it, the 80s guy. Any decade, really. I appreciate it. We don't decade discriminate against people. So that's what's going on. I think I had, this is like my last warning on the topic, just to let you guys know, because I had mentioned like way back late last week, early this week, I don't remember. There were some nascent plans that had been laid to join Harmony Ginger over on her channel this Sunday. There is a schedule switch. I will be next month. I will be over on her show. So do tune into her channel. Let me tell you what, go subscribe to Harmony Ginger on YouTube. She's doing a once a week live stream thing. I don't know if she's going to do interstitials or pre-recorded videos in between live streams and that sort of thing, but she's already got some interesting content up there. I recommend checking her stuff out. Keen mind, that one, very sharp. She approaches D&D and tabletop in general from a completely different angle that you probably haven't already thought of. But if you are looking to get another dose of Sylvie, that will not be happening this weekend. No, indeed. I am going to take it easy. I might paint. I might clean up around the office. I don't know. You're not my boss. One thing I will be doing this weekend is finally putting the finishing touches on the overdue April AD&D module for our backers, and that is at the $10 level. I should point out the $10 level. You can support us via Patreon or YouTube memberships, which you can click right down there. And I don't have anything on screen. I just started talking without any concern for anything anyone was doing. But if you want to support us on Patreon, there's the link scrolling by down there. And if you want to support us on YouTube memberships, it's on one side or the other of your window here. You can support us for as little as $1. However, if you want to be a big spender, a big cash spender, at the $10 level every month, a free AD&D module. So that's something you can do. But anyway, let's see. I don't want to have missed anyone. Just kind of scrolling back through y'all's comments. We'll get going here in just a second. I think we have everybody. Now, I am going to mention we are without the resplendent Yang Yan's out tonight. He is overseas. We wish him bon chance and good travels. So he will be joining us back again in a couple of weeks. So I'm looking forward to him coming back, but I hope he has a lot of fun. Hello, Bliarg. Good to see you. Shinchara, Mark Morrison, Wave and Mutilation, Michael Mertig, Eminem is in the house. So with that said, we still have 3 players and we still have some Gamma World to play. So let us head back to the radioactive waste, everybody, and let us greet our group. The one and only, probably sane, definitely played by Doomsword Deathmaster.
Hey, how's it going?
It's Friday, but she's Monday. Everybody put your hands together for Kennick.
Hey, peeps.
And presumably a new character has been created by Kevin, because that's what he's got on his screen. Hey, Bennett.
Stick around.
Stick around. Bennett, let off some steam. Anyway, so welcome everybody, one and all. Last week, unfortunately, saw the death of Kevin's other character at the hands of some gun-wielding batters, which you guys yourselves put paid to and blasted into oblivion. Now, you did pick up some weapons from the batters. Hello, Dying Breed. Welcome, welcome. You did pick up some slug throwers from the batters to supplement your own arsenal with, and I believe you got a total of, what was it, 4 or 6 of the slug throwers, and you got ammunition with them as well. So you have ample ammunition, at least, hopefully ample. And the dusty plains kind of stretch out to the left and the right, and the remains of the ancient road that you are following goes straight on ahead. Where are you guys going, and what are you doing? What are your plans? Not all at once, everybody. Come on.
I thought we were going to kind of head to the direction that we thought had the warehouse that the tractor AI thing directed, that was the maintenance shed.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems reasonable to me. Man, I didn't know that big guy would fall so fast and hard. You never can tell.
Alrighty. So it was evening when that happened. Poor Blue October is he's very distraught, and he says he was hero of people. He was workers' hero. And Blue October produces from his pouch a little star made of red foil and pins it to his tunic. So you begin your journey, or are you doing anything else around here?
Well, it's not really a good idea to travel at night, so I think we should stay put and make way early in the morning, because we do have a little bit of shelter here.
Okay.
Yeah, it works for me. Night dark don't really matter when you got snoopers, but we can stay put.
GM did have a question. Are the characters PSH mutant human or mutant animal? Currently, we have a Sir not appearing in this week's game who is a mutant animal. That is Yang Yan Zhao's character. We have a couple of pure strain humans and the yet to be introduced Bennett. Hey, Bennett, let off some steam. All right, so you are moving across the dusty rolling plains, and what you hope is the direction of this thing's maintenance shed the next day. Nothing else troubles you that evening. Let's see, does anything come up as you travel during the day? It does not, but I don't think anyone saw that. So once again, I got to do the thing. Half a moment. For those of you who are curious, hey, what's this guy doing here? We actually have an on-screen die roller that unfortunately has to get refreshed periodically. And let's see if it's working now. Let's roll a die. Well, I can see it there, but of course it's not working on the screen because, after all, why would it? Yeah, the players and I can see the die rolls, but unfortunately, you guys can't. The overlay seems to be a little bit borked. I'll try one more thing. Yeah, we'll give it one more roll and see if you guys can see it. And, well, we'll just have to tell you guys what the dice are doing because they're not working on screen tonight. Thanks as always, DD Dice. Okay. So you are traveling along when suddenly you see a lone figure in the distance coming. He's kind of walking along at an angle. And Kevin, who do they see approaching them?
There is a medium-sized, this time, very weathered, sun-beaten form, balding with a some kind of fabric over his head, with a spear and a very intense look in his eye. You're not around from here, are you? That's what he says to the approaching group.
Nope, not at all. Sucks just about as much as any place else.
Yeah, me either. I was hoping you knew where to go. You guys,
man.
Yeah, you're friendly, or do I have to employ this? And he points his spear up.
Well, I mean, it kind of depends on what you mean by friendly, and friendly to whom.
Well, to me, of course. And it looks around.
Right, but I know you from Jack.
Right, yeah. My name's Bennett, not Jack. But, yeah. You know...
So what can you do besides point a spear?
Well, you know, if you don't look right in my eyes, then I might make you pay for that.
I see.
Right. If I wasn't friendly, you would have known about it long before now.
No doubt, no doubt. I was watching you guys fight that batter, and man, I was really disappointed with the big guy. What a loser.
Man, I didn't speak well of the dead or bad toward the dead or whatever you say, but that was some funny stuff right there.
Yeah.
The cat speaks up and says, "He was a hero of the People's Union. You will not speak ill of my comrade in such a way." He draws a couple of broom-handled, long, thin-barreled pistols out of his belt. "I am a commissar of the People's Revolutionary Council. You will not besmirch a hero of the People's Union."
I'll put my hand up and say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I didn't know he was your fiancé. I'll keep my mouth shut."
Yeah, and that's, man, that's just like your opinion.
I'll go over to Blue and I'll try to calm him down. Maybe give him some ear scratches. I don't know what it's going to take, but
Mm,
we'll,
yeah, he's
we'll
making
calm
a
him down.
rumbling sound, and his pistol's kind of hang loose in his grips, but he's still got one eye half open, staring at you there, Bennett. So Bennett, at least by outward appearance, Bennett is
He looks human, entirely
looks like
human.
okay.
Yeah, he's been beat up by the ecology, if you could call that what we're in, a bit. But yeah, he's wind worn.
Okay. All right. So you have met Bennett. Robert Phillips wants to know who's finally going to play Dr. Weird from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Gentlemen, behold! It's not the same at all, is it, Steve? Anyway, so yes, Bennett, you conversate with these individuals. What is your plan from here? You've got kind of a direction to go towards whatever this maintenance shed is. Other than that, you don't really know. What is your plan?
I'll address the rest of the group and say, I can hold my own. Looks like you can hold your own. And if you're fighting those things, I think I'm on the same side. So,
sounds good to me.
Mind if I join up?
Yeah,
And he says,
that's fine.
Hold on, I'll show you something. And he looks out at, clod of dirt or rock about 50 feet off and focuses deeply with his eyes and shoots a radiated beam at the rock, doing 3d6 damage, I guess.
Well, roll some damage there. Let's see. Even though our audience can't see it, I can.
So I could just fub it, right? No?
I can see it.
Damn it.
No, you can't.
He says 500.
27. No, it's 13.
Yeah, so this small rock, it cracks and falls into two pieces. I'm guessing you're not trying to throw an engine block or anything like that. So.
No, I just want to demonstrate that this little spear in my hand isn't the only thing.
So is that the Russian math you were using there?
So you're one of them hot shots, huh? Man, you guys come and go. You a glass cannon like the last one?
The big guy.
I heard he was kind of like one of those super mutants in one of the old days video games. Exactly like one of those.
Well, the thing is, man, you can't help how you're born. So I try not to mess with creatures like that too much. I feel bad for them,
Me too. I'll shake his head. Bennett says,
yeah, well, you look like you kick ass with that, so.
I hope so. It's done me well so far, but if you guys hadn't been here, those batters would have been a problem, I think. So it's good for me to join up if you're willing.
Yeah, I'm totally willing.
That sounds like a plan.
What I want to know is, see, we're headed towards this place, and you were headed towards us. Might have means you had seen something about the place we're trying to go to,
Yeah.
You recognize that at all?
No, I came from over there, and he points to the direction to the west of where the objects are, the buildings. I'm like, that's where I came from. But when I seen the conflict over here, I'd figure either I'd help or at least meet you up. I don't know what's over there.
All right.
Okay. So do you wish to continue your travels, my group?
Yes.
All right. So you walk through the day into the evening, and by nighttime, the dusty plain has started to turn into scrub growth. There are some scraggly trees that you can rest under if you wish to do that. Are you going to continue on through the evening? You're going to rest here? What?
Yeah, I suppose we'll just be taking rests all the way throughout, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems safe. It seems like it cools off in the evening.
Yeah. I don't need to continue. I rest.
I'm gonna poke the bushes, make sure there's nothing in them, or the bushes themselves are harmless.
It's a fine question.
Of course.
I mean, I've encountered plants that don't like me, so I'm gonna be cautious.
On the contrary, you've encountered plants that love you. Are you our new mom?
I thought it was more like dinner.
Yeah. All right, so you are settling down. Half a moment. Monday, you are poking around, making sure that there are no hostile plants. You are not surprised, but there are hostile plants. A number of vines and creepers immediately surround you and start trying to wind around you. It looks like there are 4 main tangles of vines. They're yellow greenish in color, very, very, very sort of aromatic. Let's see. You are touching them. What do you want to do?
I am going to take my vibroblade and start slashing and call out, "Hey!"
Okay. Probably saying you notice this and you may act first. What do you wish to do?
Man. How far am I away from this? Not very.
Not very. Yeah. I mean, you could get there in a combat move. I'll say that this is right on the edge of where you guys wanted to camp. Because he said, I'm going to go over to the plants and start poking around and make sure there are none. And there are some.
Right. And there's 4 of those?
Yes.
Man, I'm going to take a shot at one of them with a laser pistol.
Okay. And Bennett, what are you going to do, Bennett?
I'm going to radiate one of these with radiated eyes.
Okay. And this is a radiation intensity attack, right?
It's just 3d6 damage is what it says.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought it was all right. Okay. Go ahead and take your shot, probably same.
That's a 16.
Yes, probably saying that is absolutely a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
22.
Oof, yeah. So you scorch a bunch of them that are now like turning and thrashing in your general direction. So go ahead and roll initiative for the party if you would, Dooms. Now, if you're wondering why I'm having Doomsword react outside of initiative, he has such a high dexterity, he actually goes prior to initiative. So you guys recognize these things. These are called wind scene. Party got a 5. I got a 3. So party is going to go first. Bennett, do the thing.
Okay, it is an intensity attack, Bill. So I just want to say it is 3d6 for the intensity of the radiation. So
3 dice of intensity. Okay.
Yes. So I'm gonna roll.
All right. It's still a 2-hit roll.
Yes.
All right, make your attack.
Clear. Natural 20.
Nat 20. So that is a hit. Roll 3 dice 6.
And it's 11.
Okay, so that is a strength 11. And I know how many hit dice these things have. So we go over and we look at the radiation intensity chart. Okay, so this thing kind of twitches and spasms, and like some of its leaves like curl up and turn an ugly sort of putrid color, but it doesn't die and it doesn't stop. That's not to say you couldn't do that again, but it does. It affects it in some way. So Monday, go ahead and make your 2-hit roll against the one that is trying to get you.
That's a 15.
The 15 will hit. Roll your damage.
It's a vibroblade.
Oh, right. So 25. So yeah, you slash most of the way through this stalk. And let's see. All right. So all right. Probably Sane, your laser pistol, and Monday, your vibroblade, just they're wrenched out of your hands and forced onto the ground. They're being pressed onto the ground. So that is that. This attack, let's see. Scene. Okay. What is your armor class there, Bennett?
It is 4.
It is 4. Okay.
That's from heightened dexterity.
Oh, excellent. Oh, so you have the. All right.
Yeah.
I forget. Is your heightened dexterity enough to allow you to go outside of initiative also?
No, it just gives me the AC of 4. At least that's what the description says.
Okay. All right. So 4. 13. All right. Yeah. This thing waves its tentacles at you, but misses. And another one is going to act at probably Sane, and that one will also miss. Now, I will point out that the when I say the weapons, your weapons, it's just the weapons you were holding. So it wasn't all of your weapons; it was just the weapons that you guys were holding. New round, probably Sane. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that, but the other thing that I want to remind you of, in case you don't remember or whatever, is that my powered plate is toast. So I got AC 7.
No, I know. I rolled
Okay,
really
cool.
low on my attack.
Right.
All right. So what do?
Yeah, I'm shooting again.
Okay, you drawing one of the slug throwers to shoot it.
No, my second laser pistol.
Okay. Make your 2-hit roll, please.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I got to watch the dice tray because. All right, so 7. Let's see.
Yeah, weapon class 13.
That actually misses. It's thrashing
All right.
around, and you do miss a shot. Bennett and Monday, have you guys got other weapons you're going to use?
Yes, I have a laser rifle.
Yep. Did it take the spear out of my hand?
I'm assuming it was just like a stone,
It is the basic spear. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then no, it did not.
Okay, I'm gonna attack with that.
All right, make your attack.
All right. 14.
That is going to hit, and you had hit this one before, doing something
Radiation.
to it.
Yeah, radiation.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Is it medium or large?
It is large.
Okay, so it's a D8.
Wow, you should have rolled a D8. Okay, you
5.
stab somewhere in the middle of it.
Nice.
Monday, go ahead and make your attack.
A 10.
810 laser rifle. That absolutely hits it. You had hit it before. I think this is probably not going to be very good for it, but go ahead and roll.
23 total.
Yeah, it just explodes in a steamy, nasty smelling pile of horrible goo. All right, so that finishes everyone else's attacks, and they are going to counterattack. Monday, your laser rifle and probably Sane, your laser pistol are wrenched out of your hands and pressed into the dirt.
All right.
Bennett. All right, let's see. This thing.
Soon it's going to be sticks and stones at this point.
Yeah, so
Well,
Bennett,
whatever else we got going on.
this thing winds up and clubs you in the head for 2 points of damage.
And I don't have to double it this time.
Yes, exactly. You take 2 points, not 4 points. So,
Okay.
bap. It
I'm
just
like-
kind of slaps you across the cheek. New
I'll growl
round,
it.
probably Sane. What are you going to do?
Man.
You
I'm
got
gonna
a
charge you
slug
with my
thrower.
vibroblade. Whatever.
Okay. I mean, it's right there. You don't have to charge, but go ahead and draw your weapon and attack it. And
Yes, sir.
Viewers, I did forget initiative last round. I just gave it to the party, but go ahead.
Sorry, I switched back to this tab and it just showed a whole bunch of dice.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Natural.
it's an
That
natural
is a
20.
hit.
Nice.
Nat 20 from probably Sane there. There are no crits, but that's definitely a hit. Go ahead, and that's 25 points of damage. You
Yes,
had
sir.
shot it already before, so you slice it off, and it just kind of trembles and falls to the ground.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Monday, what are you doing?
I am going to pull out the slug thrower and try to use it.
All right, and Bennett?
I'm swinging the spear. That's what I got right now.
All right, let's roll initiative, and Kennick, roll, please.
Okay.
I am
Oh.
getting... It is a tie, but their
Oh my
natural abilities... they are focusing on you, so this one is at... Kennick, what is your armor class there, Kennick?
For my riot armor survived.
Okay, so boom, off your chest plate, doesn't do anything. And yeah, that is just a complete miss on Bennett. Counterattacks, please. If you please.
I got a 3.
That is going to miss. That is not going to hit.
Awesome.
And I got a 2.
And that is going to miss. Okay.
Cool.
They're continuing to try and thrash you guys. Probably Sane, are you going to slug throw at one of these that's fighting your friends?
A vibroblade. Yes, sir.
Okay. Make your attack.
Did I attack already, or am I just confused?
No, this is a new
We
round.
No, it's a new round.
okay.
This is a new
We
round.
did do initiative, right? 7.
Armor class is, let's see, vibroblades are,
I think they're 5.
yeah, they are class 5, but this thing
Yeah.
is armor class. Yeah, it does. You actually don't hit it. Jim's
All right.
armor class 2 hit matrix is weird, I got to tell you guys. But anyway, so that is a miss. But roll initiative, because I think Bennett and Monday are going to be flailing on these things. Let's roll initiative, if you would, please. Their dooms.
Yeah, we've made the cycle.
Yes, sir. Fine.
All right.
Oh,
Nice.
Plant
so close.
versus Bennett. That is a hit.
Ooh.
Er,
That is 5 points to Bennett.
All right.
Plant versus Monday. That is a miss. Counterattacks, if you would, please.
go ahead, Bennett. There you go.
I got a 13.
Nice.
That
that
will
should be-
hit.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
And it's a D8.
Number 6.
All right. You stab somewhere in the middle of it. That's 16 will hit. Was that vibroblade again?
No, it's a slug thrower. 'cause
Oh,
my
slug thrower.
vibrorblade's
Okay,
on the
so
ground.
that's 2d6. 2d6.
Okay, 2d6. And that's a 7.
You know, nice, satisfying, boom, as your slug hits somewhere in the central stalk of this thing. Dooms, how about probably sane? What is he doing in the new round?
Right. Well, I'm going to attack again with the vibroblade. So
All right, do
it's
some
not
plays.
being pulled out of my hand or anything like that.
No, these things appear to be focusing strictly on Bennett and Monday at this point.
Right on. Then I'm going to chop away. Oof.
Chef and the
That will not
beanstalk.
hit. You cannot find a nice chunky place to get your sword into, so that 3 will not hit. Bennett, what are you doing in the new round?
I'm going to attack with the spear again, if I can.
And Monday, how about you?
Another slug.
Another slug. Okay, roll initiative if you would, please, Bennett.
All right. Oh, you son of a... Oh,
Oh.
Ah.
Well, I mean, all right, so this is on Bennett, and that is a miss, and this is on Monday. That is a miss.
So go ahead and attack Bennett.
And your felinoid partner has climbed into a tree and is hissing, I should point out, in case you're wondering what he's doing. So I see an 11.
Yep.
Let's see. So spear
this is
being
class 1. the
class
worst.
1.
The worst of class.
Yeah. So weapons class 1. That
It's
still
the lowest
hits.
number.
Yeah. Spears are like school in summertime. 4.
All righty.
No class.
Got it, Monday?
In case anybody didn't get that.
I did not.
Oh,
That is a hit with your
18.
slug thrower. That's 2 dice again.
And that's a 10.
That's a good. Yeah, you blast it. They're still weaving around. Probably sane. What is your intention? Slug thrower again?
Vibroblade.
Vibroblade. Okay, go ahead. Roll.
All right.
A
That would
9.
be, 9.
That is sufficient to hit.
All right. 25 points of damage.
All right, you slice into it, and it had already taken a fair amount of damage before from Monday. So there is just 1 left, and I'm guessing you guys are going to gang up on it and attack it.
Do we
so
roll for
let's-
initiative?
Yes, we're going to roll for initiative. Of course, we roll for initiative. And Monday, roll initiative, please, for the party. I got a 4. You guys got a 2. It's a plant. It has no morale. It misses. So gang up on it, guys.
All right. I'm going to attack with spear. And I got a 2. So, yeah. Ignore that die 8 because it doesn't matter.
Okay. And Monday, it looks like you missed as well. Yes.
I got a 10.
All right. Well, it swings at you and misses. So, one more round. Probably saying you gonna chop at this thing.
Yes, sir.
All right, do it to it.
Oh,
A 2 will not
horrible
hit.
mess.
Bennett and Monday continuing to attack.
No. Bennett has a poor respiratory system, so he has to rest.
Twice
Now,
fatigue, 2x fatigue. So
what does that mean, though? Rest. Does that mean I have to stand here like an idiot, or
that means you have to stand there like an idiot.
You're like panting.
I'm John Candy in
any
any
side.
Yeah, I'm John Candy in any movie. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, basically.
I will attack though.
Orange whip, 3 orange whips. All right. So roll initiative, please. There, if you would, Dooms. I'm getting a 2.
Yes, sir. A 1.
A 1. This thing is clubbing at one of you.
Oh, good.
Hey, that's precision, baby.
It misses.
I'm assuming I have an AC of 10 at this point, right? Because of because the height and dexterity doesn't help if I'm immobile.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, basically,
right.
That's true.
Yeah. Fun.
So go ahead and it missed. Go ahead and make your attacks, everyone. That's not going to hit.
Oh man, I thought I had a 20 for a second there. I was so disappointed.
Did probably say an attack? And you can.
I did not, but I take that as a penalty.
Okay. All right, that's fine. All right, it's continuing to thrash around at you guys. Let's roll initiative. Probably saying you can attack it if you want.
Yes, sir.
That's a hit.
All right. 25 points of damage, please.
And it had suffered enough damage before that your 25 is enough to destroy them. So that's the end of it. And Kanik, as Monday had been poking around and discovered them under a copse of trees, you now see just poking above the soil a fair few skeletons here and again.
Well, I'm going to pick up my dropped weapons and I'm going to investigate the skeletons to see if there is anything that I can find and determine how long the skeletons have been here.
All right. It's impossible to tell. I mean, given radiation and the wild weather, they could have been here last week. They could be here from just after the war. You'll never know for sure. One thing that your character does know, because you have stated specifically every time you've gone into an encampment, that you have always talked to people about learning medicine. What you know is that a single wind scene chopped and cooked down in a large pot for several days will yield about 100 cc's of antidote for an intensity 14 poison, with 10 cc's being the required dose for a human.
All right,
and you have 4 of these things, so
I am going to harvest all 4.
Okay, well, it's going to take you a while to cut those up, but searching around in the remains, you do find a rotten bag with, let's see, there are 7 pieces of gold and 110 domars.
Ooh.
Yeah. So so you have these, they're fairly heavy, but you can drag them along, these plants
Okay.
if you want. You guys don't have a pot to cook them in, but you can bring them along.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
yeah, I mean, we get these things where we're going. We get a pot and something to put the antidote in, and we're set for a while for poisons, at least with these plants.
Indeed,
So,
you may be.
So
Indeed, you may be.
we can trade this wherever we go.
Okay.
Right on.
Also, under the other things, you find something that is clearly a weapon. You've seen things like this before. It is some kind of slug thrower with a barrel diameter of perhaps 2 centimeters, 2.5 centimeters. It is very clogged with dirt, and it looks to be in poor condition.
Okay.
We want to check it out or what?
Oh yeah. I'll hand it over and say, hey, I don't know if you guys can do anything with this, but and then the domars will split it out for our way.
Right.
Okay.
It was what, 110 domars?
110 domars and 7 gold pieces.
Right. Well, we got 4 people here. I'll just write it down.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
Alrighty,
this other
so-
thing is pretty well corroded and whatnot.
Yeah, it's gone to rust. The barrel is clogged. I mean, with a lot of work on a bench, some penetrating oil and things like that, you might get it to function again, but you have none of those things to hand here.
Yeah, hell with this thing, man. Monday now, since you ain't got nothing else to do most of the time, you might want to work on this in your downtime, and have a hobby or something.
I mean, I can try.
I will point out, in a pinch, it will function as a club. It is made of metal and wood, so you can beat something with it as you like.
There you go.
Is it harder than a rock?
Well, like I said, it's got metal parts on it, and those are harder than a
We were
rock.
close to rocks and twigs at that point, so.
Yeah.
Nice club
All right.
you have there this Monday.
Alrighty, so
What are you, Bennett asks, what are you guys doing with those things? They make the loud bang and throw stuff, I guess? I haven't seen those before.
We do have another slug thrower that you could learn how to use. That would be a little bit better than your spear.
Yeah, we got all kinds of crap we picked up in this crap world. You're welcome to a bunch of it. What I don't have is the crap armor that I used to have in this crap world, which makes me feel much more crappy.
So you're missing being craptastic? Is that what you're saying?
Whatever you say.
I wouldn't mind taking a shot at figuring that thing out if it's extra. I have my spear.
Oh yeah.
But
it's extra. We've got a couple of them, so we'll give them a slug thrower and 57 ammo.
Okay. What do I have to figure this out, Bill?
Yes, if you want to use it, you will have to figure it out. However, something is coming closer. You are not surprised, probably saying. The rest of you are fairly startled. There's something moving through the underbrush very rapidly toward you, probably saying you can act first. And what did I say? You see these large mutated beetles. Since you're not surprised, you have good line of sight to them. And they're about 120 meters away, coming out of a more thickly wooded area of the forest. The parn, they can shoot these meter long or meter and a half long barbed spines. They're kind of bad juju, but the rest of the party is standing there looking shocked. What do you wish to do?
All right, I apologize. I forgot. How are they? They're 100 and something meters away. Is that what you said?
Yeah, they're like 120 meters away.
Right. So the effective range on a laser pistol is 100 meters and maximum range. Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. So I would be firing beyond effective range, but 120. I'm just going to tell everybody else, hey, look, we got trouble up there. Let's ambush them. Nice and quiet like. And delay, basically. Delay move.
So the parn move 16 meters, 32 meters, 48 meters, 64 meters. Now they're about 60 some meters away. They're definitely honing in on you guys or something near you. The rest of you in the party are no longer surprised. Your friend, Blue October, has climbed up into the tree. He's got two of the pistols. He's waiting for them to get closer. What are you guys doing in the new round? They're about 60 meters away. Are you going to blast on them as soon as they get in range?
I'm slapping a new cell on the black ray gun.
Okay.
And I'm going to shoot, yes. I'm just going to shoot with one laser pistol instead of two. I've done a two-handed thing before, but I want to be accurate here.
Okay. And you had just been handed one of the spare slug throwers, but you haven't really had a chance to sort it out yet what it does. Yes. Do you want to kind of try that in the field and spend like the next few successive turns trying to sort this thing out?
Which one is this? Right, there are three. Is it the small, medium, or large version?
Small, medium, or large what?
These slug throwers are, let's call it less than lethal, right?
No, these slug throwers are absolutely lethal.
These are firearms.
These are firearms.
All right.
So it's 4 rolls.
Okay. All right. I will do this until they get within 10 meters when I can use my radiated eyes.
Okay.
Assuming they might not even have to come here, right? They probably could spit on us from 400 meters away or some shit. So
no, they don't. What you know about parn is they shoot these 1.3 meter long barbed spines.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
With javelins.
And it does like to close in and attack with 4 sharp sword-like structures at the end of its 3-meter antennae, those doing more damage.
Okay. Yeah. This, so Starship Troopers with projectiles. Okay.
Something like that. Okay. So they cover more ground, and they're now in range, you guys think. Do you want to take a shot at one of them? Dooms?
Yeah, I definitely do.
Okay.
All right, that's a 12, with the 13.
All right. Give me just a second here. Are you shooting at its eye stalks or just at the body?
Yeah, just at the body. Center mass,
Okay, that's armor class 6. You rolled a 12, and you're firing laser at it, correct?
Yes.
All right. I need to make a couple more quick die rolls, and then we'll get back to you there. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so there are two about the same size and one extremely large one. Are you shooting at any one in particular?
Yeah, the one that's the smallest.
Okay, fair enough. And so laser pistol, that's 13. That absolutely hits. Roll some damage.
Yes, sir. That's 21.
Wow. Yeah, you blast away much of its mass and it's just kind of twitching. It's still moving forward. So what is the range on your radiation eyes?
It's 10 meters.
Okay. So
Yeah.
since this time you've been trying to figure out your firearm, go ahead and roll a d10.
Okay. I don't get any bonuses on this, so.
Okay.
You must miss those.
I do. 4.
A 4. Okay. Magazine goes in. So you figured that out. Monday, take your shot.
Black ray gun. Behave. Be good. 5.
A 5. Black ray gun is what class?
Let's see.
Never mind.
It's
I've got
15.
it.
It's
Yeah,
15.
It's a 15. Yeah, no, your blaster shot goes awry, and they're going to return the favor. So these two are probably sane. And those are both hits.
Yes, they are.
Ouchies.
That is 13 damage to probably sane.
All right, that's the total.
This is at... Woof. That's 32 damage to Monday. Or no, I rolled 32. Sorry. I was gonna say that'd be a pretty neat trick. That'd be a pretty neat trick. No, that's 12 damage to Monday.
That's much better.
Blue
I mean, that's
October
thrilling, but it's better than 32.
is struck once. Meow. Whoops. And there's a couple of points of damage for our new player, Bennett. They launched a bunch of barbs at you guys.
So is it 4 or 2?
It was 2. It was 2 barbs.
Okay, so it's 4 points total. All right.
Yes, it was 4 points total.
Cool.
Okay. So, I forgot to roll. Kitty is going to take a shot. He hits.
Nice.
He blasts on one of these fools and puts a good-sized hole in one of the smaller ones. He yells out somewhat inexplicably, "Hey, you always needed the audience, you sep." So he blasts on it. These things scuttle forward another 16 meters. First of all, Bennett, roll another D10.
All right.
Frantically working this thing.
I got another 4.
Ooh.
You got another 4. Okay, safety off. Probably sane. Take your shot at another one. Are you shooting at the one you wounded before?
Yes, sir.
All right. That is not
Miss.
going to hit. Monday, you and Kitty are going to shoot. Roll initiative, if you would, please, Monday. I got a 3.
We
Kitty
got a
got a
5.
5. Take your shot.
Okay. Again with the black ray gun on the big guy.
Again with a black ray gun.
An 8.
An
That
8
so
is
mean.
probably not going to hit.
It
Let's
looks
see.
like an 18. That is
Plus
such a teaser
15.
dice.
It is. It is. Yeah, the sand next to this thing just kind of, you can hear it like crackle as it's cooling after your black ray shot, misses it, and blue takes a shot at the same one and hits it again. Die, you running dog, Licky! And blows another hole in it. They will shoot back. This is going at blue. Return fire at blue. That is hit.
Ooh.
Meow! First one hits him for 10. I don't have
He's
his character
shuffling
sheet at hand. Second one, 12. These things are, let's see. I know how many hit dice these things have, so we're going to call it, let's see. Whoops, that's another hit.
Hope you enjoyed your trip, Yang.
Chunk, chunk. My brother Piotr, I have failed you. He's still alive, but he's in mortal pain. Here's one for, well, a couple for Monday. That is one hit to Monday for 7.
Okay.
And here's a couple for Doomsword.
Ouch!
Ooh.
Oh.
This is where great hit points, but miserable armor class. You know, the reverse of what happened before is happening now.
Yes.
So I get this suffer.
That
Armor
is
is critical.
points.
How many? 20?
20,
Yep.
yes.
Ooh.
Damn.
Nice
Okay.
one.
Yeah, I better start hitting with this black ray gun so we can
Right on.
hit the med kit.
So, do I need to roll again for my inspection, or is that
I think you did at the top of this.
Okay.
So now it's a new round. Roll for your roll for your gun. You've only got a couple more rolls left to try and figure it out.
Oh, well, maybe.
no idea.
Maybe.
And
Yeah, you're like,
Doom,
I think
you
I
get-
got it.
you
The
get
magazine drops out in the sand, and you're like, crap. So you're trying to pick it up and get that sorted out.
So Doom gets to go, and then we do initiative.
Yes, it'll be Doom's then initiative.
14.
That will hit this time.
Much better.
You shooting at what? Are you shooting at the smallest one again?
Yeah. I just want to get one of the guys off the field here.
Well, we'll take the 19. That is
Either way.
That is more than sufficient. You blast it out of existence, and they are scuttling closer. Take your shot, if you would, please, Kennek. And you're shooting at which one? The smaller
The
of the
big
two.
guy.
That are left? The big guy. Okay, roll it.
I have to. Yeah, I had to clear. Somehow I got 2 dice in there. I don't think that would be very good.
A 10. Does a 10 hit?
Or you just adding-
This is more
You're-
tense than a tank battle.
She's adding 2 each time she rolls.
No, I didn't. I cleared it, so I didn't roll 2 dice.
No, I've said it was 4, 6, 8, 10.
Oh, 2 each time. It increases.
You're getting closer, but it's swiveling it.
gosh.
Blat. Okay.
Well, if 12 hits, then we're good next time. Is that what we're doing?
I will die hero of Socialist Union. Blam! He misses.
He's lucky he has ammo.
Yeah, these things have large magazines. Okay. Kevin, roll a d10.
8.
You're still digging around in the dirt at your feet, trying desperately to get the magazine. Like, okay, all right, I've got this.
No pressure.
Shot again. 20.
Yes, sir.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Nice. 25. That's pretty sweet.
Were you shooting at the smaller one or the larger one?
The smaller one, because I killed that one smaller one, right? And then
that
the other
obliterates it.
Excellent.
So 2 of them are destroyed.
Do all we have left is the large one?
There is the large one left. Canuck Monday's gonna spend another. I think have you got
There's one left.
Shot? One shot. Okay.
Yeah.
Make it a good one. Roll initiative if you would, please, for the party, Dooms.
No pressure or anything at all.
Nice.
4.
Party goes first.
Okay. Here we go. Can we get it? Got
13 will hit.
Yes.
A 13
Nice.
hit. So a black ray gun, for our audience members who are not sure, instant death to living targets not protected by a force field. So yeah, this thing just rears up and then just kind of curls up on itself and drops dead.
All right.
Blue looks at you and says, "You're a true socialist hero, woman. Just in nicks of time. Just like when Teutonic Knights fall through ice in Eisenstein film. I am in terrible, terrible pain."
So I'll scratch
Just
behind
end
the
it, man.
ears, and I'll use the like the herbal one that can do 20 hit points on him, because I don't think the med kits will work on him.
No, the medkits will not work. So you're
I'll use the
spreading some
herbs.
salve on him.
Yep.
All right. So that ends the catastrophe with these things. There's nothing else coming out, just these horrid insect-like creatures. I would point out that the spines that these things hurl are they're like as sharp as broken glass and very, very hard. So you might be able to use them as spears.
Looks like we got ourselves some more weapons.
Yep.
Right. They're not, I mean, they have a little bit of a bend to them and whatnot, so they're not brittle. I'd like to test that out.
That is correct. That is correct.
All right.
Weird question. Being insects, they have like a hard outer casing armor kind of thing.
Well, let's look at the description of them and find out. I mean, you are looking at them.
It's a porcupine. It's a porcupine beetle, so.
But it's still a beetle. Wouldn't have an exoskeleton.
Man, what you guys talking about over there?
I don't know. This is Gamma World. It could be rubber, as far as I know.
Well, we might be able to rig some kind of armor for our squishy players.
So yeah, I mean, you could potentially find a trader who could make these into carapace armor of some kind.
Yeah, but that's gonna be a whole lot of work and a whole lot of, weight that we're gonna be dragging across the ground.
Well, I mean, we'll take the shells off.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
if we got some
yeah, but we
line,
still got to
we can
drag
put
them. What do we
the
want? We
vine
can bury
things in
them.
our spears in and just drag it along as a sled. Doesn't have to be
Yeah, but
pretty,
there's
just has to be
several of them,
functional.
though. I mean, I think there's probably
Yeah.
some weight here, right?
Yeah, I mean, between those and the plants, you probably got a couple 100 kilograms of carcass.
It's hard enough trekking across this ground.
Well,
Now
we have
we could maybe
vibroblades.
bury the
We
stuff.
can. Yeah. Well, we'll bury it because we don't want to attract anything. But I mean, if we take a couple of the shells and basically use them as sleds and load everything up and drag it behind us.
All right, man. You think that's gonna work? I'll go with it.
Can we use the
Right.
plants as ropes? and the shells as sleds, and just drag it behind us?
I mean, sure if you want to try that. Do you want to keep trying to figure out the slug thrower?
Yeah, I would have loved to have this be useful before now, but yes, since nobody's
All right.
attacking us, there's no negative.
Okay.
Aside
go
from
ahead
my
and-
own ability to damage myself.
Go ahead and make your roll.
Okay. All right. 6.
A6. Let's see. A6. Where is the matrix? No one can be shown the matrix. 6. Yeah, you're still fumbling with trying to get it back together. You can try again though.
9.
Okay, well, good news. You got the magazine back in. You're a little confused now about what to do. Do you want to try again?
Just yeah, at 10.
All right. Oh,
Just
a 10?
couldn't figure the pistol out on his gravestone.
Um,
Oh, a
you're like,
10.
hey, I've got it in there. I've got the slide back. Now all I do is click, blam. It nicks your hand. You take a point of damage as it discharges a bullet.
Yeah.
And the magazine drops out of it again.
Man, just figure this thing out. We got time.
Son of a. Oh,
Well, you've got to start over, and you're meddling around with it. So, give it another try.
Yeah, I'm not going to learn this.
I'm just gonna
What
sit
in
back
the
and
hell
kind of
is this
watch
thing?
and chuckle because
This
I've
guy's
been there.
Opposite
I've
of Arabian.
been
I gotta tell you.
Yeah.
So I look at Doom and I say, "You want to help him there? Like, you
That
help me,
was-
buddy."
That was 3 10s in a row.
It
3.
was.
Yeah.
Got all your bad luck out.
And then 9 before that, right? Holy shit.
Yeah. Someone can show you without having to make the die rolls if they wish to do that. I just want to point that out.
I'm going to keep trying
Right.
it and wait for somebody to feel sad and
Well, at this point, I definitely feel sad.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hey,
Just
mark
sitting
off
back.
ammo expenditure. You did just put a bullet through your hand.
Yeah,
Mark off an ammo expenditure.
Oh,
56
ouch.
now. Yeah.
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 Like,
Probably
"Let's
go
figure it out."
help him.
And the
Yeah,
magazine.
man. Let me
the
show you
expert
how
here.
it's done.
Okay.
Don't let him hurt
Hopefully,
himself anymore.
that was a lesson in weapon safety. You never can be too sure about this ancient stuff. You never can be too sure about a firearm anyway. All right,
Okay.
you must learn it and you must master it, my friend. You want any more? Me telling you what you must do? Because I can do that.
I'm going to watch
Or I
and
can
see
show
what he
you.
does and how he does it and hope that I retain it.
Yeah, you do. You do, with probably Sane's definite help, you are able to figure it out, and shortly thereafter, you've got a handle on how to do this. So,
Okay.
congratulations.
Well, thank you, friend. I don't think I'd ever figure it out on my own. Maybe next time I'll have a better chance.
Man,
Just
it
wait till
took
we
me a
find another
long time to
storage
learn this
full
stuff
of
too.
power armor. All right. So that concludes another days of well, I mean, really, you guys were just settling down for the evening when you were attacked by these things. So the rest of the evening is uneventful.
I'm gonna ask probably do you want me to use a med kit on you, or are you okay for now?
Nah, man, I'm all right.
Okay.
Yeah, just some bumps and bruises, you know.
Alrighty.
Whoops. I meant only to do one there. Okay, so a few days of travel. You go about 15, 20 kilometers, and you're moving through brambles and brush and stands of trees. Finally, you come out, and there's a great rusty metal sign, but it has been freshly daubed on, and it says Settler Springs, 1.5 kilometers ahead. Food, trade, clean water. No cultists.
That sounds like a good place to go.
And man, you know when they put up a sign saying no cultists, that it'd be full of cultists, right?
Yeah, but
We are definitely not a cult. It is entirely safe to come in here. Please leave
It
most
is
of your
what it
clothes
is.
and your firearms outside.
It's not like it wouldn't be the first time.
I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I think we should check it out just to make sure.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have
me
nowhere
too.
else to go.
We have no
So-
place.
Yeah, this sounds like a good
Yeah.
place to at least stop.
Yeah, how we approach with a nice arm stance at the ready, or we walk along calm like.
I think someplace between the two.
Blue October says, no cultists. I think we will fit in nicely here. Religion is opiate of masses.
Man, you're a cultist, but I'll get back to you on that some other time.
Yet, my friend, I follow perfectly logical political beliefs and hierarchies.
Yeah, cool, man. Politicians is all gone. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Exactly. This slate was clean 150 years ago. Now is time for fully automated space communism to take over. But we can discuss this later.
Space communism.
Yeah, man, I can't wait.
Thank you for asking, Wave of Mutilation. Zeus is doing better. He's just an old feller like me. All right. So you walk the remaining kilometer or so to the outskirts of the town. There is a raised barrier. It's kind of a palisade made mostly of wooden logs, and there are folks in what look like, some kind of plastic plate or something like that standing on the walls, and they you see a kind of a back and forth very slowly, obviously in some kind of pattern, a red flag being waved, and Blue October says, they are revolutionaries. This will be glorious.
I look at him. What does that mean?
Hey,
Are they friendly?
Red flag of worldwide revolution. All right. You are close enough that you can hear one of them call down to you. Hello, travelers.
Greetings. Now, raise my hand.
Hello.
I give him a princess wave.
Okay, he rubs his chin. He looks a little suspicious, but says, "Approach slowly, please. You there," and he points at Doomsword. I'm sorry. He points at probably Sane.
Yeah, what, man?
What does your group want? Are you traders? Are you travelers?
Yeah, man, a bit of trading, a bit of traveling. You know how it goes. Just trying to survive.
Come up to the gate. Keep our hands where we can see them.
I kind of look back at our
Alright.
dragging thing, and I'm like, isn't it kind of obvious? I'm just saying.
All right. Someone was asking about Star Trek and money. Yes, there is money in Star Trek. There are Federation credits, and other species have their own forms of money. Star Trek is neither socialist nor communist. Anyway, yeah. So the main gate stays closed, but there is a door next to it. That it is fit so well you didn't notice it, but now it appears to be a metal hatch of some kind that swings open, and there is a section of corridor that you can go through one at a time.
How we want to do this? I got pistols. I'm good in close quarters, you know. What about you, Bennett?
Let's be prepared, but not overly aggressive, because we want to try to trade with these people if possible.
What I think.
What do the guys
Sorry,
that
man.
we saw look like? Humans?
Yeah, they're humans. There are some with obvious mutations, like there's a guy who looks mostly human, but he's got, like, in addition to eyes, he's got like a pair of eye stalks. Although he's not flying, you see standing on top of one of the towers rather than in it. There's a fellow with wings.
Okay.
They all seem to be holding. They all seem to be holding weapons of various type. You see kind of advanced forms of slug thrower, something that looks like a near perfect condition version of the ruined weapon that Monday is carrying, and etc.
Tell you what, Monday. The best way to survive this is you just go find the most horrific mutant type thing you can find and, like, stir your stick around in it, okay?
I'm not sure exactly what that means, but okay.
Yeah, but that's why
I'm the
I'm
game
probably
master,
saying.
not either.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Let's roll.
Okay. Let's go.
So we're dragging the plants along with us and the shells.
Okay. Alrighty, so in you go, and you do have to go single file. As soon as you're through the door, you see a couple of fellows. They're less heavily armed than the guys on the wall, but they have spears. You'd get a nice poke in the head. They're on slightly raised catwalks as you come in here. There are rack oxen, which you guys know from Goodwater, which now seems like 1,000 years ago and 1,000,000 miles away. What a rack oxen is. There are some folk. Everyone here is moving around on foot. This doesn't seem to be much larger than a couple of hundred people big, maybe. It is a good combination of brand new construction of adobe and wood and some previous ancient technology items that have been repurposed. Shipping containers, an old building has been largely repaired. They seem to be taking care of it rather than just living in a hole in the ground that they've thrown sheet metal over, because everything seems to have a layer of some kind of whitewash over it. It looks fairly secure and fairly in fairly good shape. The fellow that you spoke to comes down and says, I'm the captain of the watch. It's a pleasure to meet you, travelers. I'm going to ask that you unload those weapons, please.
All of them.
I'd like it. Yeah, you can keep them, and you can keep the ammunition. It's just a safety measure, you realize.
Right. Well, we ain't got to have them peace bonded, right?
No, nothing like that.
Just unloaded.
If you would, please. Fair enough.
All right. Yep, I can take the batteries out.
Okay.
I'll do the same. I'll unload.
Yep.
Although I might hurt myself doing so.
Oh, goodness.
It's much more dangerous to make me unload this.
Right. Well, anyway, if it's trading you're looking for, talk to Emma. She owns the general store over yonder. If you're looking for a place to sleep, there's the Travelers Inn over yonder, and he points over there. And otherwise, any business you do is your own. We got town rules. Drunk and disorderly is a week in the lockups. You start any violent acts while you're doing that, that's aggravated. That'll get you a month. You murder anybody and it wasn't justified, it wasn't self-defense. That's life on the farm, depending on how the judge feels, or it might just get you.
Man, that's the way I'd run it.
Now,
we know what's up.
Yeah, he kind of glances at your packs. Any weapons of mass destruction, micro nukes, anything like that?
Nah, man, I ain't got nothing like this. And if I ain't got it, they sure ain't got it neither.
All right. Well, welcome to town, strangers. He nods.
Do you have do you have someone that can craft stuff? And do you have like a medic person in town here?
Crafting? Lady, take a look around. Everybody here knows how to make stuff. This place would fall apart if we couldn't take care of our own. As far as a doc, Doc Sampson. He's over there. Next to the mayor's office. And he points at a couple of small buildings that are next to the Travelers Inn.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Alrighty. So there's some people kind of looking interested in your general direction. You're something novel in this place. There's a lot of gardening going on. So as you come in, most of the places he was indicating were ahead of you or off to the right. Off to the left, just inside the palisade, there are rows of plants, vine-like stuff on poles and whatnot. They seem to have some kind of high-density garden there. And there's a couple of large alloy cylinders of some kind on raised platforms next to that as well. You've seen that kind of thing. That's probably water.
Right. Are there the normal like consumer type of establishments that we've seen in places of this nature in the past? Like, can you go get some food, go get something to drink, or is it just kind of?
Absolutely, yeah. There's a smell of something frying, something cooking nearby. Do you hear a hammering, rapping sound, like something's being worked on or made, maybe in a stall or something like that. You don't immediately see what's going on. I mean, it's your typical small town in this wasteland.
Perfect. But you know my drill. I'm gonna go get some drinks and whatever else comes along.
All right. Can you drag the plants over to the dock before you do that?
Yeah, man, I'll drag that stuff wherever you want, but maybe
maybe
there's
gonna try to work out a deal with the doctor to
yeah, but maybe
distill
there's
this
like
stuff.
a storage right near here.
Yeah,
And we can pay them for the storage, and they'll lock it up or whatever. I mean, I'm sure people bring stuff in here.
I'm thinking we can distill it, and we'll split half of it with him to make it, and we'll take the other half or whatever. So.
All right, so you just want me to take this down to the dock, drop it off, and then whatever happens, happens?
Yeah, I'll talk to the doc.
All right.
See if we can work it out.
I'll follow those two to the dock, and I'll be looking for Elvis.
Okay, well, you don't see an Elvis here. You're not even sure what an Elvis is, but so yeah, you guys meet this guy, and he takes a look at the vines and says, "This is great. I hope it wasn't a lot of trouble to get your hands on this."
Yeah. I know how to make this into antidote. If you have the supplies,
it's a long process. Boil, skim, boil, skim, boil, skim, boil, skim.
I know. So if you want to tag team it, we'll split it with you.
All right. Well, that seems like a fair enough deal. Antidote like this is just about worth its weight in Domars.
Yeah. I mean, you got the supplies. I got the know-how.
Well, I've got the supplies and the know-how, young lady. I've been treating the sick and injured out here for 24 years. So.
Okay. Well, that's fair. But
sounds like one of you got the brains.
I'm bringing 4 of them, so.
And one of you got the looks, and you're gonna make lots of money.
I knew it. I knew it was coming.
Oh boy! All right, so
fits the environment, though. It really does.
All right, if you're going to help him and you're going to split this with him and take some payment for it too, he's more than happy to. I mean, you guys have got you got something life-saving. He's got a little bit of stuff like this, but you've got enough that he says, I could trade this with surrounding with surrounding villages and other traders that come through with this amount.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like this is a regular thing that comes in.
It's not, given what you have to go through to get it. Was this water or land types?
Very much land.
He points at the carapaces you're dragging behind you. That would explain that then. They usually like to make their nest near something that eats meat to give the leavings to them.
Yeah, we're kind of planning after we get done boiling and preparing that we might be able to use those to craft into makeshift armor as well. Waste not, want not.
Okay, so there is not enough carapace there to make armor, to make like a full set of carapace armor, but there is enough to make shields.
Okay.
There, you guys can have a shield made each.
Okay.
And doing that will set you back. Since you have brought the supplies, the local guy who he crafts things out of metal. He's a really handy guy. He has got some kind of ground vehicle, is raised up on some kind of metal platforms. And as you approach him, he's got like something is written in some kind of yellow wax marker on the transparent steel bubble dome on the top of this, and it looks like some kind of list that's been written there for, like, impeller required, supercharger, timing gear is cracked, things like that. So he's got some kind of vehicle that will require a lot of work, but he's been lovingly putting this thing together for a while. So now, Dooms, you said that probably Sane was looking to get a bite to eat.
Yes, sir. And
All right.
anything that came about from that, a bite to eat, a strong libation, and
Okay.
whatever.
All right. Well, there is there's like a wheat beer and a bowl of soup and a hunk of bread, like some rye bread, is 2 domars. It is filling,
Perfect.
little on the bland side, but just hits the spot.
Yeah, well, that's cool because I carry these hot pepper seeds that I got from the wastelands.
Bartender raises his eyebrow. Enjoy your meal, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Kevin, what is Bennett doing while probably Sane is getting a meal and Monday is setting herself up to spend the next 4 days with the doc making medicine?
I'm gonna sit and just focus on that pistol, trying to figure out where it went wrong.
Okay.
And I'm just watching them, seeing when they're ready to do something, I'll stand up and skitter behind them. But up until then, I'm not that social. This is kind of an uncomfortable place.
Okay. Well, you realize immediately that, like, the wrong thing you did was you had squeezed the grip safety and the trigger and put the magazine in. Like it discharged immediately when you did that.
Okay.
It's like, okay, so right, this goes back in here. Blam. So that's what you did. You don't have to make any more die rolls. You can work on that.
Yeah. All right. No worries.
All right. So the fellow who's making you the shields looks over at you, Bennett, and says, "Hey, you encounter any pre-war machines out there?"
I've seen some, but no, not personally. These two, though, they've been through some stuff. Well, I point at Monday because I guess probably he's not in the area. But it's like,
yeah, he steps over and looks in the direction you're pointing. I don't see anybody.
Yeah, well, I'll point at Monday and say she's seen some stuff. I don't know what, but I just left my own village just recently, so.
Right. Well, our mayor, Mayor Dimitri, if you've seen anything that looks like this, and he goes over and takes a piece of parchment down and shows you, it's a very simple drawing that shows a cylindrical object that's got a couple of rectangular bumps on it, but it seems to have a large pulley on the front of it. Anything that looks like this, that's got a couple of wires coming off the back of it, Mayor Dimitri is looking to buy those. You see these? And he points, and you can now see on top of some of the taller buildings, that is 2-story buildings here in town, you can see these. They appear to be windmills of some kind.
Interesting.
Yeah, so the wind turns those and it cranks these, and he points to the drawing and he says, and it produces power. We've got electricity, but we always need more. And these things you could find in ancient vehicles. Actually, he doesn't use the word ancient. You could find these in pre-war vehicles. You just need a pulley and a way to turn it, and it produces electricity. That's the arcing blue stuff.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that in the sky. So this stuff produces that, huh? That's
well, yeah, you gotta turn these wheels on these thing, and Mayor Dimitri he's always looking to put up more of these. It doesn't charge you anything in exchange. He draws up sets of these plans and gives them away to all the other villages. Anybody that travels through here, he'll tell you how to set this up. You can use them to pump water out of the ground, move stuff mechanically. It's great. He's a brilliant man.
That sounds like he is.
Yeah.
I tell you, my old village could have used that. It was all backbreaking work all the time.
Oh, I can imagine. Well, you got to talk to the mayor. They offer a bounty of 50 domars for everyone, for everything like this that's kind of intact that you find.
Oh,
but
can I take this? Or do you gotta
he hands it to you.
I'll fold it up.
rigging it up with the windmills and getting the power and stuff like that. I mean,
so I could see the windmill, but I can't see the alternator generator or whatever this is. Right, that's somewhere down below the
not
windmill.
From the ground. No, not from the ground.
All right.
But he strongly implies this is not like a secret, like I'm not going to tell you kind of thing.
Right.
It's literally just a case of it's up where you can't easily see it from this.
So but I can see a rope or something over the back of the windmill, chain, whatever, going to that pulley. Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I plan to do some exploring here with my new friends, and I will definitely be out in the look for these things.
Sure. Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, ask the mayor about the bounty on him.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Might be a good way to make a living instead of having to just go around killing stuff.
Okay. So what do you guys wish to do? Monday, is occupied right now. Monday takes, well, let's see.
Yeah, I'll get food and sleep when I can while distilling.
All right. Let me see here. So I want to make sure that I tell you guys the right stuff. Yeah, basically each one has to be chopped and cooked down in a large pot for several days, which will yield about 1,000 or 100 cc's of antidote for intensity 14 poison, with 10 cc's being the required amount. So, yeah, I mean, if you'll help him chop this stuff up, he and assistants will start the boiling process.
Yeah,
and
I'm
unless
definitely
you want
there.
to check back in, he looks at the pile and says, "This much at once? We're looking at about 500 cc's, 400 cc's, and it's going to take maybe 10 days." To process this much. I've never had this much in hand before.
Wow.
I mean, we don't have any place to go at this point, so yeah. I mean,
all right.
I'll help, and take a fair share. So.
All righty. Well, I mean, that's absolutely fair. You're doing a great service for the community.
Well, and I know a lot of communities around because these plants are nasty.
Oh yeah. Dooms, as probably Sane is enjoying his meal right now, just kind of taking in the locals. There is a gentleman who approaches you and says, Hey, buddy, can I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah, well, you see I'm eating, right? So that either means that you don't care that I'm eating, which might make you stronger than me or whatever, or it means that you're just going to take a chance. Yeah, I'll talk.
Right. Anyway, so listen, I know you and your friends just blew in here, and I've been talking to some of the other merchants. Like I know you brought in a goodly amount of wind scene vine, and you've got some you've got some insect carapace you're having made into armor. I was wondering if you would be interested in. I've got a trade campaign that's heading out to Black's Creek in a couple of days, and I was wondering if you'd like a little bit of work. It'd be 50 domars up front and 50 when we get back. I just need somebody who can use a weapon, and no offense meant. It definitely looks like you, and at least some of your friends can sling a blaster or a slug thrower. So
that ain't no insult, my friend. And you're right. Only some of them can fight. But anyways, yeah, that sounds all right. We're always looking for a little something. What about the stuff we find? Let's say we go on your mission, we find some stuff. What's the deal with that?
Well, generally, the trip to Black's Creek, it's 3 days up, 3 days back. We follow an ancient road. I mean, the road itself isn't intact in places, but we use it as our guide. Most stuff along the way has been fairly picked clean. I mean, there's the husks of ancient ground vehicles parked here and there. That have mostly been picked clean, but if there's something you see that you want, that's fine. It's been gone over pretty well, I guess is what I'm saying. The worst we've ever had, gosh, I guess it's about 4 seasons ago. We had a herp come running at us. We had enough we had enough arrows and slugs from our slug throwers that we brought it down, and when it came after us, it ran into some deep mud, and we finished it off from a distance. That's really the worst of it. Honestly, it's greedy and desperate folks I'm more concerned about than any of the wildlife or anything like that. It's really just an extra set of eyes looking out. We got a couple of rack oxen carts full of stuff that we're going to take to Black Creek.
Man, well, I tell you what, don't feel bad about following the herbs and whatnot. That kind of stuff is, man, they're pretty badass. Nobody ever tells you that, but they are, right? As far as the rest goes, I'm cool with that, but we got to talk to my friends.
Sure. Like I said, if you want to put your mark on a contract, I'll pay you the 50 domars right now, and when we get back, that's 50 each for you. I do a pretty good business up at Black's Creek. It's a little bit bigger than this place. They really got going when Mayor Dimitri showed them how to set up the wind power system. Plus, as the name implies, they've got water. He showed them how to hook up a water paddle wheel. It's almost like a town of the ancients. They got lights at night. They even got a room. Listen to this, friend. They got a room that gets cold. On a hot day, you can go in and it's cold. Like during the low sun parts of the year. It's crazy.
Man, that's a cool story and all.
Yeah, cool story. Nothing. It's real. I've been there. Believe me. friend, it's worth going to just to go to.
All right, so what, you willing to guide us there and all that type of thing if that's what we decide we want to do at some point in the future?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to come along, you're just going to ride on the carts. A couple of on each, I figure, is enough. I got animal handlers and a couple of my boys with crossbows, but there's some folks that went seeking. Mayor Dimitri had heard about some possible tech off in some ruins out to the east, and so he sent a pretty big patrol out that way to do some seeking. And honestly, I want to get up to Black Creek, especially with your lady friend having brought some antidote, and get on the road and find out what I can get for it.
All right, so we all got the spit yes and whatnot agreement on we ain't gonna be hostile to you. You're not gonna be hostile to us.
No, of course not. Of course not, friend. I mean, if you were gonna cause any trouble, I figured you would have stormed the gates already by now. But no, let's. I tell you what. You go talk to your friends. You come back here. I'll buy you guys a dinner. They've still got old Guernsey, one of our rack arcs, got too old, so had to put her down. They've got some of that sliced real thin, roasted over with some onion and some potato. It's really good. I'll treat you guys to dinner.
All right, I'll round them up. I think they're all looking forward to something like that. If they ain't, I'll be here.
All right. Well, my name is Tom, and I'm staying over at the Travelers Inn up on the second floor, the corner room, so I can keep an eye on the town square.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Tom.
Good to meet you too. Is that? I don't want to be offensive. Is that like a tribal thing? Is that your name? You kind of.
Yeah, man. It's kind of a bit of both.
Right on.
It's the tribal thing. It's an ancient alphabet. Some people think they can interpret it in the way that they see it should be interpreted, but on the other hand, I'd interpret it a different way.
Sure. All right. Well, look, and I'll see you when the sun goes down, and we'll go from there. All right.
All right, man.
Okay. And that is where we're going to leave it this week's folk. Our seekers, our adventurers are heading out on a caravan mission, which we all know is right up there with you meet in a tavern for good classic cliched adventure hooks. But hopefully you guys will be back next week to enjoy this. I want to thank all of my players tonight. And hey, look at that, Kevin. You made it through a whole session without dying.
Yeah, so that's 2 out of 4?
2 out of 4. There you go. The numbers are going your way. So thank you all very much for being here. Thank you to Dooms as probably saying, Kevin as Bennett, Kennick as Monday, and we're gonna get on out of here. I'll see everybody on Monday, and we'll start this we'll start this carnival up again. So
Night, peeps.
Good night, everyone. Thank you to my players, and I'm going to slide on out of here. You guys be good to each other, and until then, keep your eyes peeled for the dreaded, mutated owl bears. Peace.
Have you seen my owl bear? It's to all the weirdos everywhere, in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around, some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. you ride a crooked horse without a saddle way off course? Naked as a toad, all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in this little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing things, just take me to the show.